And we're live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the truck drivers, the Uber driver, the Lyft driver, all the drivers, the delivery driver. Shout out to the long distance truck drivers, especially shout out to my brother Troy Star Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. And shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. It's Monday morning and we're here. A lot to be thankful for this morning. I'm up this morning. I'm healthy. I am alive and I am thankful. Shout out to all my early people who came in this morning. Who's that? Kayla C1 says up, up, up like a phoenix we rise. And Kayla is here this morning. Nicole Bazar, good morning. Darky 35, Danielle McLean, Domalie McLean. Let me get that right. Domalie McLean. Alfred Benjamin, shout out. Mark JDF1, good morning. Thank you for being here. Sonia Unstoppable, Michelle Williams, Stacy Deans, thank you for being here. Sash, thank you for being here. The Knicks Cave, Jan Mitchell, thank you for being here. Motivational Now, thank you for being here. And Sean Castle, thank you for being here. If I don't say your name like Virtuous Woman, thank you for being here. Ed Marine Dixon, Angel Eyes, thank you for being here. Dre Bell, Donna Davis, Lomo, and Judy Llewellyn, thank you all for being here this morning. All right, we got a couple of topics we're going to run through this morning. And one of them is, I told y'all I'll get my lighting to be better. I'm sure you can see me now. I hope you can hear me clearly. And I also hope we don't have any internet issues. So everything fixed. How we say? Everything plug in, bossing, nothing to plug out. All right, so here we are this morning. Feeling good. It's a Monday morning, off to work. We normally call Mondays Manic Mondays. You know, Manic Monday go already. The weekend is just over and now you got to get back to work. So it's like when you get to work, everything is, oh, we got to catch up with this, fix that, that. All right, we're going to call it Money Making Mondays. All right, we're thankful for the opportunity for those of us who are employed. Shout out to the people who are still going through this thing financially, because a lot of people lost their jobs. So don't think because you still have yours, everything went okay. A lot of companies downsized. A lot of people either lost their jobs or started getting so little hours that they had to go look work somewhere else because it wasn't enough to pay the bills anymore. These kind of things. So shout out to all those people who are still going through it. All right. Keep your head up. Like I always say, keep looking and keep moving. You'll be all right. You'll overcome this too. This too shall pass. All right. We got a couple of things on the board this morning. Let me big up Smooth Delight Pizza Shop. Smooth Delight Pizza Shop in Portland, which is across from the Ferry Hill Ball Ground. Smooth Delight has like pizza, hot dog, burgers, and all these things. Basically a fast food place, really, but it's a Jamaican style fast food place. So big up Smooth Delight. All right, and they're in Portland. All right, so what we have on the board this morning, we're going to talk about biometric collection for U.S. immigrants. So the U.S. has expanded its biometric collections to include DNA testing, iris scan, and a bunch of other things. We're going to talk about that this morning. We're going to talk about their goal. Why are they expanding biometric collection? We're going to talk about the 3 men who have been arrested for the church murder, but it's not going to be 3 of them. We're going to talk about one, the son, the stepson. If you check the icon to this, or if you keep watching, if you check the icon to this, you will see a picture to the far left. That's the picture of I haven't seen the picture anywhere else. And remember I said to you, I don't know why they always post a picture of the victim, but they never post a picture of the perpetrators, a picture of the suspects. However, I got a picture, and that's a picture of the guy right there. I just wanted to look at the face of someone who could have done this. We're going to talk about that. Little news flash for you. Over 450,000 deaths in the U.S. from attributed to COVID. I'm not going to say from COVID because a little birdie told me that there are a lot of people that were passing away, that passed away from something else. And they just said it was COVID because we're in the middle of COVID and they want the COVID numbers to be really high. That's what I was told by a little bird that landed over here. I don't know how true that is. But 450,000 deaths, 450,000 people. That's crazy. Okay. And what's even crazier for me is that Jamaica, my little beautiful island, Jamaica has now over 17,000 cases. 17,000 cases. Y'all remember, for those of you who've been following this thing for more than a month, y'all remember, Portia, you see, me just wake up, when you just wake up and your eye them, I wash my face and everything, brush my teeth and everything, my eye them just not focusing too good, so I feel look on the comments them from way over here, so like the granny with our glasses. Y'all remember about a month and a month ago, what the numbers were? This seemed rather strange. I don't know. Call me a fool, but this seemed rather strange. I went since Jamaica reached 17,000 cases. No, man, this seemed rather strange. Seriously. A month and a half ago, the numbers were very low. 2 months ago, the numbers were very low. 3 months ago, Jamaica is one of the places that even the U.S. was given credit for how they were handling it because of the number of infected were so low, and then the number of recoveries were so high. Even we did a video where we were like, yo, we have to big up Jamaica for this because, oh, this place has 100,000, this place has 5,000, this place has it, and Jamaica has like 16. And then it went to like 75. Then it went to 100. Then it went to and I said, watch this. It's going to reach 1,000 by so-and-so. It's going to reach 2,000 by so-and-so. And I stopped tracking it. When in God's name did this thing reach 17,000 cases? You know what? Remember that campaign that we talked about? So the campaign is supposed to encourage people or persuade people. There's a encourage or persuade people to go ahead and take their. That's something that these campaigns are rolling out, and they're spending a whole lot of money to convince us that it is worth taking. Like I said before, my disclaimer, I'm not against vaccination, and I'm not encouraging anybody to not take it, because the more I want to take it is the quicker we can get back to something that's like normal. I really want to be outside, out and about this summer, and see a lot of you guys outside, out and about this summer too, right? So we can have some fun. I'm a people person. I like to meet and greet and go places and these things. All right, now I'm lucky and can't do it because not enough of you are taking this thing. So I'm not, I'm not the type to say don't take it. I'm just watching the numbers and something don't look right, something don't look right, it don't look right at all. Jamaica has 10 people in government quarantine. Is there anybody on here who works with the Jamaican government or in this sector of things that can verify these numbers? Because I get these numbers from .gov sites, which is supposed to be accurate as it gets. See? So Jamaica has 10 in government quarantine, and 18,979 are quarantined at home. That's that's what it says. But the Jamaica people unruly. 18,000 people now in quarantine at home. I can tell you that right now. So I know some people are gonna say, yeah, and that's the reason why y'all need to quarantine. That's the reason why it's spreading more, and you could very well have 17,000. 18, that's the report. The report said 18,979 Jamaicans are quarantined at home. Who is tracking 18,979 quarantined citizens? Who? We don't have the resources to catch 5 gunmen. So we have a quarantine and make sure that 18,979 citizens are quarantined inside their home. You see why this don't make no sense to me? This makes no sense to me. But 17,000 cases though? That's crazy. All right, and just a little FYI for those of you who will be traveling throughout these times, negative COVID test is required to board a plane from Jamaica heading back into the US. So if you travel there, you know already that you have to have a COVID test with negative results before entering. See, and your thing has to go through the process and them thing there. Now they have added, and this is the US basically saying, look, a few people came back and came back positive. So here's what you're gonna have to do. Either we're gonna lock down all flights, or we're gonna require that people be tested right before they leave the island. So just remember, if you go to Jamaica, you're gonna get tested again before you leave. This test you will have to pay for yourself. So a negative COVID test is required to board a flight. You won't even get on your plane to board a flight from Jamaica into the US. Just a little FYI. And then we're going to talk about activist bashes the ashtray scene in a video. So a dancehall video recently got released where the female's mouth is used as an ashtray. The man smoked and ash out his whatever he was smoking, him spliff or him cigar or cigarette. It looked more like either a cigarette or a spliff. He ashed it out in the girl's mouth. And he said in the video that is his browning mouth him use for your ashtray. All right, we're going to talk about a couple of things. So let's start off with this biometric collection thing. Let me see. Are we going to start off with biometric collection, or are we going to start off with... No, let's start off with the stepson. So the JCF, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, has their own site, which, as long as I've been doing this, I know how to find them on Facebook. I know how to find them on Instagram. I did not know how to find their actual site. I found their actual site last night. So it is from their site that I will take this information. Portia, how are you laughing, Portia? Laughing and crying at the same time, eh? Because I saw it go on. But anyway, I'm going to run through them something here first. So this was posted on February 6, 2021. Detectives assigned to the Falmouth CIB have charged 3 men in connection with the shooting death of 51-year-old Andrea Lowe Garwood, a bank manager of So y'all already know about the whole church thing, because we condemned it. We said it was gruesome. We said it was not of us. It's crazy. The church isn't respected on any level anymore. So people run in the church to commit murder now and all these things. One time gone, and somebody said it another video. You know, so one time gone, bad man or run down bad man. And if it's, I don't know if we used to play that game here. It's like you have different posts, and these different posts are, I tag you and you're it. I tag you and you're it, and we're run, right? And if I get to the mango tree before you can tag me, then that's free base. We call that free base. Boy, how words change. Then me come afar and come discover freebase, a different kind of freebase. But yeah, you have freebase. So there was some safe place that you could. The mango tree was one in the front yard for me, and the next one was over by what you call it now? My grandmother them used to pick whip or send me go pick whip to beat me. The shoe block we used to call it, or the flowers. That's another one. So churches used to be that. Churches used to be a safe ground, actually, for even when time bad man are run down bad man. Gunman are run down gunman. If that gunman can actually make it to the church, a man would say, all right, me hold it somewhere else and leave him. So it was kind of gruesome and crazy and shocking for us as a people to actually see this done in a church while service is going on, right? So this is the story we're following up on. And the three people that have been arrested was 23-year-old Leon Hines, 23. You're not even starting live yet. 23-year-old Leon Hines, a storekeeper of Rose Heights, Montego Bay, St. James, and he was charged with murder, illegal possession of firearm, accessory before the fact, accessory after the fact, him done. Them give him accessory before, accessory after. You know what that means? That means that don't even bother try getting out because you're just involved, period. You were involved before, you were involved after. You have the gun, you have the ammo, them give him all kind of charges, right? After the fact and conspiracy to commit murder. 29-year-old Javon Garwood. This is her stepson. And he has not only been arrested, but he has been charged along with Dwight Bingham, who was charged with murder and illegal possession of firearm. And reports are that we already know 10:30 a.m. she was worshiping in church, and we know what happened there. So, and it turns out that the stepson, he orchestrated everything, but it doesn't seem like he was at the scene. So somebody, one of the people one of the three, I'm sure it's not him that's telling on himself, it's one of the others that are telling. This was done like, you know, some little 16-year-old, 17-year-old that's saying, me just discover badness, me go try a thing. Because they were so messy with it. They were so messy with it. Broad daylight, in the middle of church service, and they didn't think they were going to get caught. That's just weird. However, it is now factual that that was the motive. We know for sure the motive was land, house, possessions of the deceased father. And it was orchestrated by her stepson, which is the father's child, but not her child. But since she married the man, she and him end up with the same last name, right? George Christopher, thank you. I appreciate you greatly. George Christopher says, SouFLo, we appreciate you and the great work you're doing. Love and respect. Have a blessed day. Big up Brains and the Beat. Thank you, and I appreciate you greatly. Brains probably sleeping right now, but I'm sure her and Kai them will be up in a little while. Yeah. Again, thank you. I appreciate you. So this was done like, it looked like some like a 16, 17-year-old would never done anything badness stuff before, but them watch a lot of movie and they've been thinking about it. I can't imagine they're like the Three Stooges. Three idiots sat down and planned this, and it came out all wrong. You see why I said to you guys, me don't want no friend. I don't, especially no friend that's gonna be like, yeah, come on, we're gonna do something. If I'm messed up in my head because I'm thinking, yo, my father worked hard, you know, and he put all this together, and then his legacy is gonna be gone as far as everything he owns left behind is just gonna be gone by some woman that he got married to, and they recently got married. It's not like they've been married for forever. It's not like I grew up knowing this woman and she helped raise me, you know? So if I'm over there having that kind of mindset and thought, I would want my friend, when Mr. Yo, dash, me go dash our way, you know? I would want my friend to be like, no, SouFLo, I understand what you say still. Me vexed too. Me no wish nothing good for her because she wicked. She just scrape up everything and gone so and leave you out. You leave you guys with nothing. But here what? The murder something there, Papa? We're not gonna do it. Check this out. You're only 29, right? With hard work, you can achieve every single thing that this woman scraped up from your father. Me need a friend like that. I need a friend like that. I need a friend that's going to talk some sense into me when me start talk foolishness. That's the reason why people trust me. I really don't keep friends. Like I keep friends at a distance. I keep friends through association online or through email or, you know what I say? I don't even have a friend where I can say with FaceTime, yo, brethren, what going? Have you heard from me? No, have them there. Because I don't want to be influenced wrongly by people. And people tend to do that to you. I've done it so many times where I've said, don't let nobody throw no battery in your back. In the US, we say, let them throw a battery in your back. That means you see the little Duracell, something that little Duracell bunny just keeps going and going. That's how some friends are. They'll throw that battery in your back, that Duracell, and you'll be forever going and going on the BS. And they will literally either join you with it or they will sit back and laugh and watch you self-destruct. You know what I'm saying? So be very careful who you have as your friends. It's not like we won't go through these thought processes. It's not like we won't pre them thing at some time. We're only human. So we're going to pre them thing at some time, you know? Yo, that girl if dead, no, God knows, she wicked. All of my father things gone. You might just say it. But you don't really mean say you're going to kill her. And then here come your idiot friend. You know, so that can really work though. Here what, let me tell you. So when the money come in, me just want a little 50 grand or a little 100 grand. Me will pull the trigger for you. All you have to do, a link with a car and them start planning for you. And before you know it, here you go with your ego and you satisfy your ego because your friend them know go, yo dog, you're pussy, you're weak, you can't do it, not true. You're scared, man. And you, no man, I'm not scared, man. Yeah, man, she dead, man, for real. And start talking bare foolishness in your head. If I'm gonna do foolishness, I prefer talk foolishness to myself. That way, when the consequences come, I have only myself to blame. That way, when I look in a mirror, if it's a prison mirror, because I know in a prison, them not give you a real mirror, you know, them give you a piece of, what do you call it? Piece of aluminum or a piece of something like that. And you can barely see yourself. But when I'm looking in my piece of aluminum, in a myself, I want to be able to be mad at nobody else but me. I don't want to look in there and see one big fat dummy that two idiot friend encouraged to go through with my stupidest thoughts. I want friends who can hear my stupidest thoughts and then say, yeah, brother, John, no, I agree. I know she nothing good, but left it there, son. Left it there, son. Life too sweet here, man. Yo, matter of fact, you know what kind of friend I want? I want a friend who I go say, listen, never like a 50 grand put on. You see if you can muscle up 50, me and you can put that together, you know, 100 grand, and we can start something over here so and build something here, or walk me in on a business plan. Walk me in on a business plan. If you have $1 and I have $1, tell me about the dollar where me need to put in and lay out a business plan for me. Them kind of something there. If we go into business together and we lose as friends. But we had a business adventure. It worked or it didn't work. All right. But me don't want nobody to encourage me if you don't know, eat that foolish stupidness. And then I'm sitting in prison for the rest of my life. Could you imagine being 29, right? And you get hit with 29 years in prison? You have to go really sit down and contemplate now, like, John, no, I've been on earth 29 years. It was a long time getting to, you know, when you're young and you don't think you will ever pass them age there? Because to a 6-year-old, a 29-year-old, an old person, that's enough. And to a 29-year-old, a 49-year-old is an old person, that's enough. And you never think that you'll get to that age. So could you imagine getting 29 years in prison when you're just 29 years old? It's like Mavato's son, Dante. Could you imagine Dante is 18 and the judge gave him 35 years? I don't know. The minute judge slam gavel and says guilty, and then them say you are sentenced to, I think I would lose bowel control, bladder control. May I just poop, piss, faint in that order. Poop, piss, faint. And every time I wake up, I probably would have poop, piss, faint for a good while before I get used to realizing that I'm 18 and I just got more years in prison than I have been on earth, kind of thing. Some people not think, yeah, man, they're not thinking. And I don't know if his stupid friends, that was the plan. The plan was to kill this lady, get everything that daddy left behind, and sort out the trigger man and the other dumb friend with a portion of something. Boy, I tell you, this whole thing about how material things is worth more than life. When did we reach here? When did we reach here? I remember not having much but being happy and making my little bit seem like it was a lot. From me I go up, me get a one toy. When me I grew up, me get a one toy. My people weren't into toys and stuff. If you didn't want a toy, you had to go make your own toy. So me used to make me gig. You don't know about them something there. Some on the foreign from a long time. When you don't know about gig. Me I cut down guava tree and carve out my gig. And use with a glass bottle, glass bottle pieces, and shave it down and then sandpaper up my gig. You remember gig and you cut a nail, put a nail in there and cut a nail right when you drop gig. My cousin Mark used to make the best gigs, and when him drop him gig, this man used to drop him gig in at the top and somebody else gig while he's spinning and bust the gig in two. Bow, pull back him card. Them kind of toys that me grew up with making, right? Or even when we younger, we used to take like juice box and bottle cover and make we truck them, and we never used to get toys bought. So we cherished everything. We get a little one toy from foreign, we happy feet till. We play with it, and when we done play with it, we clean it off and put it down to play with it again. Never thought about these kind of things. Don't want nothing that our ancestors had, and definitely never thought about killing them for them things. If them grow old and never left me nothing and them leave earth, then it's just so. But your goal all along is to be a self-sustained kind of person. Somebody who can get up and go get it for yourself. Not to kill for. All three of them just dashed for them life. And apparently it looks like the oldest one was the son, the stepson. He was the oldest one out of the group. He's 29. The other youth are 23. So they're roughly around the same age group. But come on, man, you're almost 30. You could have done a little better than this. Sad. Sad as hell. All right, so the thing for me was the picture. And again, if you look on the icon, you will see the picture, right? The picture of him. Because I wanted to see. I just want to see the face. Babe, good morning. Baby, up here like magic. Chairs and Benches TV, shout out. Thank you for tuning in. I haven't shouted out Chairs and Benches TV in a while. I know y'all are busy, a new baby and all these things. Ask the audience to go over there and check out my sisters at Chairs and Benches TV. And wifey is in here. Morning, babe. We say morning on the internet, like what a strange world we live in. We say morning on the internet instead of saying morning in person. All right, so yeah, I wanted to see the face of the person who did this or who orchestrated this. And now that I've seen the face, boy, let me tell you, sometimes you look at some man and some woman and you can say, boy, you can just see wickedness all in yourself. just the way how they look at you, just the way how they look all the time. It is said that the eyes are the windows to the soul. I wanted to look at this person. I was expecting to see some wicked looking man or something. I see a brother that looked like my wife said, he looked like somebody I went to school with. I see a brother, he looked like not off that cloth. Not off that cloth. But he did what he did. And it's out. Shout out to the people who are brave enough and not intimidated, who are brave enough to say, because you know, a lot of times this happened on the island and people don't talk. And they don't talk because of, one, their mistrust for law enforcement. A lot of people are afraid that if they talk, they're going to be the next victim because they might talk to the wrong police, and that police that might be connected to the bad man who they're complaining about. So instead of that police go look for the bad man and I arrest him or interrogate him or something, they go tell the bad man, say, yo, you know, say the boy SouFLo just tell me, say, you so, yeah, so that means say no. So, hey, you have to do what you have to do. I don't know nothing. And next thing you know, you gone too. So people are afraid. So shout out to the people at the church who saw the car, saw the license plate, told what they saw, gave the proper description of the people that were involved that they saw, and so on. People down the road saw the driver. People up in the church saw the guy who did it, and the license plate and everything connect up and boom, bang, bang. So there were people out there who weren't scared and they spoke up. Before I segue into my other topic though, I want to clarify something for some people, because some of you really don't understand. And I ask you to put yourself in people's shoes when you pass your comments. So a recent murder happened, right? It's the whole thing with Vado's son. I don't want to call it the thing too much, but it's the whole thing with him. And people are saying, no, this don't make sense because gunman go kill one person and left the other people. That don't make no sense. I must lie them and tell pan youth. I set up. They do it all the time, man. Where have you been? Where have you guys been? They do this all the time. People get shot in a broad daylight all the time. Check the levels. And the people who are around often know who that is. So I don't know why it's so hard to believe that it happens all the time. It's just that people use intimidation. It's like, yo, I'm murder a boy in front of you. Look you dead in your eye. You know what that means? And jump on them yang and ride off. People afraid. So when police come, did you see anything? Me not see nothing. I sit down out there, but I tell you the truth, I sit down out there asleep because I'm tired. Out the door, I'm there asleep. I don't see nothing bossy. The first time I hear boom, I get up and run, lick up in the wall and everything. I never see a thing. End of story. They don't tell nothing because they are intimidated and they're afraid. So for those of you who are wondering and I talk about, no, that don't sound right. When gunman go to kill them, just kill everybody. No, they don't. No, they don't. Look at the two sisters. Remember the two sisters them recently? When the young them pull up, 4-man, 2-shooter. They didn't go for everybody. They came specifically for those two sisters. Everybody else was running everywhere else. Everybody else saw who it was. They come, they gun down who them supposed to gun down. She was having her birthday party get together. They gun down whoever they were supposed to gun down, jump back on them back and gone. And nobody is telling. They don't remember nothing. They didn't see anything. Them claims that they was outside sleeping in the middle of a birthday party, all kind of something. So there you have it. I hope y'all understand that, the dynamics. People afraid. Them afraid to talk. In Jamaica, we have a thing where say, and it was made popular in one of these movies. It's a classic. Dancehall Queen, where the man say, walk and live, talk and dead. And we have a next thing when you see and blind, hear and deaf. And then the biggest one of all, we have a thing when you informer for dead. You see with them three something there, it's hard to get Jamaican people to come talk about, yes, we see everything, let me tell you, on front page. Me keep my mouth shut. I didn't see anything, sir. Do your job, officer. Do your job. Investigate. I'm afraid. I'm afraid because I can't come complain to you. And when them mad people they start run all over my house with my little family inside there, no, I'm afraid. Me keep my mouth shut. Me never see a thing. And that's the culture that has been fostered. That's why a lot of these murders they're not solved. People see. A lot of them have people know exactly who did it. And you can imagine now your reputation is being built on, yo, I him see him one lick down John you know, in a January, you know, and watch out, him come lick down Steve in a April, you know. Why for that lick down something there, but he come lick down Steve in a April, you know. You start to build that reputation up. Laws on skirts, so as a man would do this without brains in the beat. Really, babe? I just see him one now take it back from me. Thank you, babe. I love you. Good morning. Shout out to Brains in the Beat. That's the wifey. If y'all don't know it, I ask you to go over to her channel and support her. Just like how you support my channel, hit that subscribe button, man, and hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you're tuned into her content when she uploads. She took a break for a little while from YouTube. Sometimes I'll be on her like, why are you not entertaining your audience? Like, post some kind of content. But she been through some stuff recently, you know, and so go show her some support and see her last video she recently posted explaining where she's been and what happened in her family situation while she away for a minute. But I know say true me talk. Super Strong Entertainment, big up yourself. Faye Johnson, big up. Y'all, all y'all are laughing. I know what true me talk. You see she doing it at 20 there? I don't know what time it is already. And she's the man I can take it back. Anyhow, which woman greedy? Why is that the thing go? All right, so these three men. Now you have a look at the face of the person who orchestrated all this. All right. If you see that picture disappear from SouFLoTV, then that means that somebody call me and them say, yo, when I like say you have my picture up there, so take down my picture. Because I'm that kind of person. I don't, if I put somebody's stuff up and them tell me about take it down, I respect their wishes, I take their stuff down. Or we have a conversation. I can say, hey man, it's in 50 other magazines. I'm not taking it down unless you tell the other 50 magazines to take it down. I'm well within my rights to put it up. It's already public. They are England. They are Germany. They are Yasa and Dessa. So I'm not taking, but I respect people enough. So if you want to see it gone, just know say one of them things there. Okay? In the meantime, you can have a look at the icon and you can see who that person is. Moving right along, we talk about the 17,000 cases. Do you believe that Jamaica has 17,000 cases of COVID? By show of hands, yes or no? Do you believe that there are 17,000 cases of COVID? Remember, 2 months ago, we were talking about, 1,000, 2,000? No, we reached 17,000. Do you believe that Jamaica has 17,000 cases of COVID? 18,979 people quarantined at home. Quarantined at home. Not sure. No. Thumbs down. That's a lie. It's a money-making thing. Super Strong said that's a lie. It's a money-making thing. See there? The people them is not believing. We are not believe it. We don't. Me not buying it. Me not buying it. 17,000 cases. Let me tell you something. If an island as small as Jamaica had 17,000 cases, in no time, it would have 100,000 cases. Because a couple of things me know. For one, we don't stay away from each other. All right. And for two, we are festive in all situations. Remember, you know, I we say 9 nights, you know. I we do 9 nights of partying when somebody drop down dead, you know. So we don't stay away from each other. So I don't know how you can quarantine and supervise to make sure that over 18,000 people are quarantined. Our security forces are stretched thin already. So how do we supervise to make sure? I just want to know, because I might be wrong. Maybe they have some plan in place that they're executing right now and it's working perfectly. But 18,979 Jamaicans quarantined at home. Acho? Me not lie. Me and you both. How that? QA718. Me and you both. And I'm sure we can speak for others as well when we say that we're over this new normal thing. This is not normal. This is not normal. And I don't think this is going to last either. This too shall pass. You hear my voice crack? This too shall pass. This ain't normal. Nothing about this is normal. Having a mask stuck to my face all day, breathing in my COVID, Jesus Christ, God Almighty, no. Having a mask over my face all day, breathing in what I'm supposed to be breathing out, gases I'm supposed to be expelling so I can suck in fresh oxygen. Nothing normal about that. Humans are social beings. That's why in prison they can use solitary confinement as a punishment. So they want with solitary confine ourselves in our real life, stay away from those we care about or those we want to associate with. And a lot of people losing their minds in this stuff. All right. So big up to those of you who are holding your head and keeping it together under this, because it does feel strange all the way around. You know, I look at my little son, Kai, because Kai, when I'm leaving the house, you know, Kai run like he's going to die and just start running on ball. I got to take him with me. And when I do take him with me, I got to put a mask on him and bring him into the stores and stuff. So I'm looking at me normalizing this. And to my son, I observe everything. So I'm observing how this 6-year-old is 6-year-old. He's 2. How this 2-year-old is, my daughter is 6. I'm observing her too. I'm observing how these children are adapting to this. Like, okay, we got to wear masks, so fine. Put their mask on and they're gone like it's normal. Meanwhile, the rest of us, we can't who don't have heart condition, just out of shape because you've been eating too much for too long and these kind of things. So you walk 20 steps with a mask up on your face and you want to drop down because some heavy breathing stuff going on. It ain't healthy. Not healthy at all. Let's talk a little bit about this biometric collection stuff. So path2usa.com, biometric collecting from U.S. immigrants expanded to include DNA testing and iris scans. You know, Google don't ever give you all that you ask for, but they give something close. So enough of that killy something there. Let's move along, right? So there's some information I wanted to get out there to you because I know that NIDS is on its way to Jamaica, and this will be the new ID system, new biometric collection system. I think this will also be a way for Jamaica to finally have a national DNA database. There's good in this, but there's also a level of intrusion that people are feeling violated. Like, okay, you want to know this about me and that about me, but now it feels like you're collecting me, like you're collecting the whole body. So I want you to listen to the details of this. I'm going to run you through this, right? This is from path2usa.com, and they cover all immigration issues and give you all the updates. And you see, I'm going to give me sources so people who listen don't have to ask, what part SouFLo get this from? Probably my make it up. You can go exactly where I go. and sift through the information, because to keep the show going, I sometimes skip out a whole paragraph or two, but I try to give you the main ingredients. All right. So in an extreme step, listen carefully, in an extreme step towards a very personal data collection arrangement, the Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs of the White House have reviewed and approved extending the boundaries of biometrics. Extending the boundaries of biometrics, the biometric collection is now extended to include DNA testing, palm prints, voice recording, and iris scan. This is not, oh, it's coming. This is what it is now. It has been expanded to include DNA testing, palm prints, voice recordings, and iris scan. So you see, for the people them who did that say, no, we don't want to need something there, because them a talk about iris scan and palm print. Remember, them a talk about iris scan and palm print. They're not doing that in the US, so why they want to come do it down here? Well, guess what? It's now on the books as law in the US. So for those who like to compare Jamaica to the US, and if the US non do it, we non do it either, and if the US is doing it, then it's okay for us to do it too. Here you have it. This gets deeper. Pay attention to this. Watch this. This invasive personal data will now be taken from a larger pool of immigrants, which may be required. Listen, this invasive personal data will now be taken from a larger pool of immigrants, which may be required more than once along the process of acquiring US citizenship, and even after that, and even after you have acquired. So some people are like, all right, from your in the US, you know, say you have to file your paperwork even before you get approved. You have to submit this and you have to submit that and that. Well, that database has gotten larger. Some people say, well, you're going for citizenship, so this is expected, right? This and that, and well, that has gotten larger. Now it's even after. So it's not just to get your citizenship and then, all right, no, you can stay away from that stuff there. You will forever be immigrant on their books. And even after you've gotten your citizenship, they will continue to track you as they expand their DNA database collection or their biometric collections. See? The biometric requirement will now extend over 6 million immigrants per year instead of 3.3 who currently qualify. All right. So under the published final ruling, DHS, which is the Department of Homeland Security, will collect biometrics for any application or for any petition. So may I file for auntie so-and-so to come up, or cousin so-and-so to come up. I'm going to file for them to come up. Them I go on my palm print now. Them I go on my voice. Them I go, this feel like them I go inside of you. This is what it feel like. This is very evasive or invasive. This feels like they're going inside of you. Them want all your voice, you know. Now, of course, people are going to be worried. But we're going to talk about that a little more. Let's finish the details of this. So DHS will now collect biometrics from any application or petition, unlike now where biometrics is required only for applications involving background checks. This would include non-immigrant visas, green card applicants, those seeking work permits, including eligible dependents of foreign workers, DACA members, and US citizenship applicants. Plain and clear. Even after receiving your citizenship, still listen, Even after receiving your citizenship, U.S. citizens can be asked to verify their biometrics if they are sponsoring a family member. This will mean seeking the DNA of the applicant as well as the DNA of the sponsoring U.S. citizen to confirm genetic relationship in cases where that is an eligible requirement. So, I don't know. This feel like we get closer to, you know, everything is under here in a one chip. Yeah, you can probably book a flight by yourself, get up and travel when you're ready by yourself, and as long as you're verified in the system, you just pay your money and go through, scan your arm, beep, gone through. This really feel like that's where this is heading, don't you think? They're like slowly coming in. Well, first we want your fingerprint. How everybody said, okay, my fingerprint is everywhere anyways. Okay. Then they want your voice. They want your voice sample. They want your iris scanned. They want your... Let me tell you something, by the way. For those of you who are like, ooh, you see every time you go so with your phone and your FaceTiming, you see you staring into that camera, your iris them done scan already and gone into a database somewhere. Believe me. All right? So nobody feel like it's only the person that you're talking to that's picking up on you. Your all your stuff, your face for facial recognition, the metrics of your face, the bone structure, how this look, how the eyes line up, everything. Because somebody out there looks just like you know, but there's a difference. And these machines are going to be able to scan somebody that look like you in some other part of the world and say, nah, that's not him. That's not him. Because SouFLo's eyes are 4 inches apart. This guy's eyes are 6 inches apart. That's not him. He could not have squished in his eyes to make his face. You see what I said? And they're concerned about stuff like tracking a terrorist globally. They're concerned about stuff like that. And it's under the guise of that they're going to come with all this, right? Population control, not as in getting rid of people, but population control as in being in control of every human being. Knowing where you're at, knowing your patterns, knowing your favorite things. They've already started it. That's the reason why when you're on Google and you say, let me go up on Amazon and go order some, we need some adult diapers for grandma. So I order some adult diapers from Amazon. And then by the time you reach over Facebook, you see adult care, medical care stuff streaming on your Facebook platform. And then you go over Instagram and you see the ad them start pop up. And you're like, but wait. Over Google me did just art. So this is your pattern. These biometrics are even sold to large conglomerate companies. So they know who to sell their advertisements to, who to market their ads to. So they will track you for a while and then they say, yep, he's always buying, he's not buying nothing online but grocery. He's a grocery shopper. He shops online for grocery. So before you know it, your timeline on all platforms are going to be filled with groceries. Where to shop for the cheapest grocery, who can deliver for free, all this other stuff, grocery. This is how they're going to be tracking you. So even your very patterns, for those of you who like to watch porn a lot, your timeline are going to be filled with porn. So they know that they can target you with porn and then can sell you all the raunchy stuff. Well, if he's into porn, then he's probably into sex toys, and he's probably into, and she's probably into that. And you're gonna see them stuff that start pop up on your stuff all the time, right? This is the way of the future. This is where they're going with it. They're already tracking us in that way, SouFLo. Then someone that you're telling me what I'm telling you. We're on the same page. All right. Excalibur, the turntablist. We're on the same page. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm explaining exactly how it is we're being tracked right now. So for the people who are saying, them want fingerprint, palm print, voice. When you talk into that phone, your voice is already captured and put in the database. When you look into the phone, go FaceTime, or even when you're just looking at your phone, but you're texting, it's recording, scanning your iris, recording. So now that they roll this out publicly and put it on a website, that's just them coming up front and letting us know outright that, hey, we've made it law now, because it wasn't law before. And anything they do to you that's not on the books for law could be considered illegal. Well, I'm gonna make you know now, sir. This is how we rolling now. Okay? So that's what it is. Listen to this. Currently, submitting one biometric is limited to fingerprints, photographs, and signatures. Currently. With the new rules, Department of Homeland Security, or DHS, will have the authority to go beyond and to seek the immigrant petitioner's DNA, their voice prints, their iris scan, and detailed photographs of their facial recognition. So the long time something there where you just stand up and take like a passport picture. Smile, don't smile. I froze. That long time something there? No, they're gonna want a different kind of picture now. So I go up close, scan all the details of the face. Yep, the eyes, them, this, that, like I just explained. This is getting a bit weird. I'm sure the elders are saying, well, my time is pushing up close. Me at 85, so good luck to Uno. A couple more years than this. And I'm going home to meet the Lord. This expansion is expected to widen further. So all that I just told you, this expansion is expected to widen even further. Right here. This expansion is expected to widen further as varying technologies are being explored that can be utilized to gain further personal information from any and all immigrants seeking U.S. citizenship. No age will be barred. I'm giving you all the details. No age will be barred. So while the current biometric system limits collection of biometrics from petitioners above the age of 14, this expansion will have no age bars, no age limits. Even little minors will be subjected to the above personal data collection, which includes DNA and, of course, your eye scan. As stated above, the requirement might be frequently sought at all stages of the immigration process until or after U.S. citizenship has been acquired. One of the biggest things, it has started a while back now. It's been a few years this has been running. So say I'm with a woman, right, in Jamaica, and we have a couple of kids, and I fly out first. And I went overseas and got my papers good and ready and everything prepared for my family. Now I'm gonna go back and get my woman and my kids. That's one of the big things. That's why I said there is good in it. That's one of the big things. A lot of people have been finding out that their children that they've been supporting for years, or even the young children, hasn't been that many years. You know, them only get robbed for child support about 4 or 5 years in. Paperwork come through, you're bringing your family to the US. The DNA was required then. This wasn't required before. So a whole heap of jacket get wet and get filed for by them jacket daddy and got filed for, and they're living overseas right now. That has changed. That has changed. If you're gonna go file for a child right now and a woman or a child, you're going to have to prove through DNA that that is your child. If you cannot prove through DNA that that is your child, you will now have to prove with legal papers that you have adopted this child legally, and this child is legally yours. You're their legal guardian. So with that was helpful for a lot of people. Well, it hurt a lot of people's feelings too, because a lot of people wanted to hide certain things that they were doing, like me give my jacket, you know. Him no know say I feel him. But him is such a good, hard-working man. Is just the kind of man we want to raise my children, you know, and want them to say, yes, daddy too. Don't want to give the little youth to him waste father. And the good man was saved because he found out. There's one guy, I believe, his children, 17, 15, and 14, them upper teenage years. And he found out that all three of them were not his. And this is through filing to bring them overseas. You know, so them wickedness, them kind of wickedness they are going. Anyway, contactless surveillance. Now they gave you a reason why the need for an extensive biometric collection. Listen to this. So, one, they're saying is to reduce the dependence on paperwork and use technology to collect information to prove identity and familial relationships. Two, to introduce contactless vetting to improve processing time. Three, to improve surveillance by identifying fraudsters and grant access to U.S. benefits to the eligible by preventing identity theft. So this is how they're passing it off. They're illegal aliens that are living here and they've stolen other people's identity and they're able to live a functional, normal life. So they're collecting all the benefits that would only go to a citizen, the person who is on that ID. So they want to make sure that you are the right person that's getting your benefits and all these other things. So them say. Now, while the White House Regulatory Review Office has cleared the Department of Homeland Security final rule, the White House has cleared the, listen to me, while the White House has cleared, the Regulatory Review Office has cleared the Department of Homeland Security's final rule regarding this extensive collection of biometrics. President-elect Joe Biden is expected to halt, pause all similar midnight regulations as soon as possible. Some opposition in the form of privacy invasion lawsuits could be anticipated as well. It has already been cleared though. So they're hoping that Joe Biden is going to say, stop, we're not doing this. But I don't think he is, because this is the way of the future. And also, for those of you who have illegal family members living, you know the thing already. Come on, let's talk for real. For those of you who know somebody, then we don't want to incriminate nobody. Next thing they knocking on our doors talking about, you said you have illegal family members, where are they? Because you must be in contact with them. Tell us their location. So we don't know nothing. All right, we don't know nothing. All we know is for illegal immigrants who are in the U.S., now it's kind of a safe time for them. Because not only is Biden moving towards amnesty, he has also already rolled back Trump's catch and deport. He has now reinstalled catch and release. So right now, man can walk road and big up them chests. Hooray! And when them grab you, they'll only have to catch you and release you, as long as you weren't committing any crimes. If you are here breaking into cars, you're on heavy drugs in the streets, doing crazy stuff, you are rob people and all these other things, then you have go prison. And from there, I expect you will be deported. But if you just stay good, do what you're supposed to do, lay low, work if you can work, and all these other things, Lord God, SouFLo encourage illegal employment of illegal aliens and so on and so forth. Lay low, do what you got to do. Your things soon work out. All right? It's a good time. It's a good look. All right. We're extending the time this morning for our next 10-15 minutes because I have to really have to talk about this. See, me giving you all the information about this new biometric collection thing. We talked about the brother, a 29-year-old who, it's official, he has been charged and he is the mastermind according to JCF, Jamaica Constabulary Force. He's the mastermind through their investigations, and this was over him daddy dead left things when kill him. He killed his stepmother for. All right, so moving right along. Let's talk about this video, this new dancehall video. This new Mirated Brains just sent me something. The Fire King, Fantan Moja, calling out Muta. But you know what? Babe, I have to do one whole separate video on that. I could talk about the video by Intense. So Intense is a new artist, right? And a lot of people have a lot to say. Intense, dancehall. A lot of people have a lot to say about the youth appearance and everything. You know, him well bleach out and well look a kind of way. But we're no stranger to this. This has happened before. The part that bugs me out, so for those of you who don't know who Intense is, for this discussion purpose, here he is. This is Intense. All right? This is what someone on the daughter love. This is her honey boo. This is the kind of guy she finds attractive. I'm just saying, the brother out to live him life and do him thing. That's Intense. The image is intense. The image is definitely intense. But it's entertainment. It's entertainment. And we've moved into a different sphere now, where entertainment is no longer really entertainment, because there's nothing new under the sun. Right now, if you look at fashion, they're recycling all the stuff that I saw when I was in junior high school and primary school, and you know what I said? Nothing new under the sun. Except for, so they gotta create and find ways to do stuff that has never been done. And it turns out that doing stuff that has never been done, because everything has already been done. To find anything that hasn't been done, you have to go beyond the borders of weird. So it's no longer rub on like a bleaching cream until you're even out. It's bathing at the bleaching cream until you look pink, and then do your whole body. So your whole body look pink. You ever see them look like them whole body pink, and then kneecap and their elbow them black, and round them eye look like raccoon? And I don't know, but I feel them think that. I dare think that. All right. And like I said before, this is not a bash dancehall or a bash Intense, because the youth them have to find a way to survive in a system where they have designed it that way. See, the gatekeepers of dancehall and reggae music wasn't letting these youths in. So thank God for the internet. See? And there's a market out there for their stuff. So no longer do they have to wait for Mr. Donovan Germain from Penthouse Records, or them have to wait and go sit down at somebody's gate and boss him, come in, come voice a tune now, and all that. They don't have to do that no more. So the youth them have their own movements now. That in itself is empowering. See? However, there was a part in this new video. The new video is called Pikachu. Now, my pitney used to watch Pikachu. I mean, know Pikachu to be baby cartoon, picnic cartoon. But the man sang named Pikachu. I believe it's Pikachu. In that video, he come down the steps, I'm walking, and he's smoking, and there's a girl, and she up in her mouth, so, and my boy just ashing something in her mouth, so. And the first thing I said to myself when I saw that, and to tell you the truth, I have not watched the entire video. Not that I'm not going to, because I'll be honest with you. I wanted to give this brother a fair shot. So what I did was, one day, I think I told wifey, I said, play Intense music when I'm not expecting it. Just play some music. See? Me don't want to see a who. Me just want to hear the music. Because I want to judge the art and not the artist's personal appearance. You understand? So if y'all make good music, I'm going to listen to your good music regardless of how you look. He does have some songs that are bangers. I heard it and I was like, yo, the song there vibe, but who that? Intense. Oh, really? Some day I listen to Intense. Oh. Okay. Here what? Make the music go and play. Anyhow, when the man come down and ash him cigarette, spliff in the girl mouth, I knew right then that I was officially old. I must that. That must be it. I am officially old. I'm an old man. I am a senior citizen. I don't understand what I want. I cannot relate. I cannot relate. I haven't watched the whole video, but I saw that one part because it's trending now. It's trending so much that they've even started the ashtray challenge. So you actually have like real couples out there now on social media I do the ashtray challenge. I'm willing to bet. Babe, you want to do the ashtray challenge with me?
I'm look like psycho. Alright. If you want some ashtray, I think business like.
May I ask my wife, show her do the ashtray challenge with me. She said, yeah, because I look like psycho. Then, well, all right, cause what she said, if they want to turn themselves in the ashtray for their business, that right? But yeah, that's what I was gonna get to. Now, hear me out. Alkaline referred to the girls them as germs. This is the society we live in. Remember, I know when we used to say empress, beautiful, queen, goddess. So we used to call a woman them, you know. When we call a girl outside, yo, empress, come here and want them. You know what I say? Royalty, want them something there. Germs now. She done germs. When I saw Alkaline refer to the girl as germs, I missed them say, he's so fine, look for the husband. I said, what the? Me really, I seen a citizenship. Me really seen a citizenship. Move my grandparents out of the way, me in a for them place. I am the senior citizen now. I am the senior citizen now. Because she officially old too. You know what I said? If you all know, she's fairly young. But we can't relate. We come up under a different system. We cannot relate. See? When Alkaline first said germs, I missed the response from the girls. I thought to myself, this is heading somewhere. Nah. I can't like a girl just like a brother we call her a germs. Can't be. Something wrong with your mind, girl. The man call you germs and you say, yes, I'm a husband, that. All right. So we forward from germs, right, to your mouth, to an ashtray. Well, we went from germs to, you know, gauge with him. Dung in your throat, girl. Tap your knife, come in your throat, girl. I said, wow. And the girl, them love it. If you want to see them in a party when that song they come on, a beard, tongue out flicking, whole Heineken buckling at them mouth. And now, in my era, Buju Banton sing, me love my car, me love my bike, me love my money and thing. But most of all, me love my browning. You remember that? You remember that, right? And Buju understood balance. Because after he did, me love my car, me love my bike, me love my money and thing. But most of all, me love my browning. After he did that, he came back and followed up with, "Me not stop crying for all black woman." Remember that? Because people were saying, "Oh, a browning I do it. Dark skin woman not do it." And Buju said, "No, no, no. That's not what I intended." See? So all right, me have to go address this. This is how you know the music powerful enough. Him said no, so me have to go address this now. So what better way to put out a song now? See, to make the people them know, say, me not lean to one side and just say about a browning I do it alone. You understand? He was just bigging up in that song, but then he went and he balanced the scales with, "Me not stop cry for all black woman. Respect all of the one them with dark complexion." You remember that? So him went, "Love me Carol, me back money and thing, and most of all me love me browning." And then him said, "Me not stop cry for all black woman. And respect all of the one them with the dark complexion." See? Fast forward a little bit now. And intent say, "I'm a browning mouth me use for ashtray." How did we go from me love my car, me love my bike, me love my money and thing, but most of all, me love my browning? How did we go from that to I'm a browning mouth me use for ashtray? When you say how different is a different makes this? Is a different makes this? Times have changed. And we have progressed in making money, because now more than ever before, you have young Jamaicans that are rich, seeing, or are getting rich. Money and fame. Money and fame. Because you know, when we grew up, we never have the internet, so our talent them used to have to stay right with we, which part with them. If you're down in a Clarendon down there, so your talent have to stay there, so unless you get a chance to shine on the world stage. And a few of us did, and most of us, or a lot of us, didn't. And then we had to go the traditional route. You know what I'm saying? There was no market for our talents for those of us who had those kind of talents. Whereas today, all we could do a beat desk and DJ in a school. Whereas today, you have the internet, every man have his own site, and him put up him thing, and somebody way over one next part of the world is able to actually purchase it. And me sit down right there, so Jamaica, and my music is selling, and I'm collecting my money in pounds. So we have advanced in some way, but we've taken a lot of steps backward, man. We've taken a lot of steps backward in a lot of other ways. When dancehall, back in the day, dancehall, remember women used to have them see-through outfit, them sequence outfit, and the sequence outfit that my mother them used to. And the sequence outfit them, you could have sit through them, but you couldn't sit through them. And then you had the woman them where say X-rated, that make the woman excited, shower ranking. All right. The woman them used to have, the ones them that were brave enough to go see-through, them still did cover up underneath. So you might have see-through and you see a nice like a French cut panty or something. You know, sister, we gone past that. When girls say see-through now, she might as well just come out naked. Because when you see through, you're seeing through for real. You see everything. Everything. Miss a girl gone on her head in her see-through outfit or a little piece of outfit, and the little outfit just split the pum-pum so, and the two draw them outside. And she don't care, because she had done the baddest dance right now. Like, me don't know, we're gone different. We're gone different, and I can't really call this progress. One thing I'm going to say is this, though. I'm not the type to limit art, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's distasteful. It is still art. It is still art. It is still somebody's artistic expression of life. So, or their fantasies coming to life through art. So I'm not the type to limit art, but I think we need to strike a balance. Because between the whole heap of gun sitting and the whole heap of, like the woman them turn themselves in a garbage can for real. Ashtray. Ashtray. You know what I said when I saw this? I said, I hope, because she looked fairly young, I said, I hope for her future husband, no sec, she used to be somebody's ashtray. Them say one man garbage is the next man treasure. Anyway, so you know you have some man like I said, babe, I don't know how I used to treat you, so you know, boy, I treat you like ashtray. Come let me treat you like a queen here. Brother, don't do it. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Some of them don't want to be saved. Some of them want to be an ashtray. They want to be treated like that. It's just like the woman where say, if her man no beat her, she don't feel like saying love her. So she pick fight. She pick fight till him lick her. And then when him lick her, she lick him back. Because she want him lick her back harder. She want him to hit her harder. So she fling back lick and him fling back lick and them fight. And when them done fight, watch me heart. When them done fight and mash up the place and mash up each other and thing, she say, yes, he loves me. He loves me because he takes the time to fight me. He takes the time to choke me out like I'm conscious. I mess. Love you. I'm sorry, my love. Sorry. What the? And this are the. So some of them want to be astray. Just remember when you go out to go look for your mistress that you might be dealing with. What brain say? A psycho. Because the only psycho woman I go on them thing there. Now, let's keep it within the context of entertainment, right? And artistic expression. I'm not knocking the man video. I just like Phantom Moja with him painter and pants them and girl a clap batty jaw and everything. I mean, it felt uncomfortable watching somebody go from righteousness and preaching this and that and as they preach, yeah? And then suddenly him show up with young girl bend over in a G-string, a clap batty jaw, and he's there spanking up asses all over the place. And it felt strange. It's the same thing. I'm not knocking anybody hustle. However you can get it, go get it, man. As long as you're not killing nobody to get it, because I can't take the murder thing no more. You know, kill nobody to get it. It might not be my cup of tea, so me not gonna sip from the cup there, but it's there. All right. And if it's paying your bills and you can use it to further yourself along the road in life, then go ahead and do that. Honestly speaking, 20 years from now, half of them people here, we won't even remember. Or if we do remember them, the goal is to be chilling somewhere 20 years from now and know that you had your run and you made a good amount of money in that time and you invested that money well. So you can go back to being dark skinned now and soaking up the sun like your hue is intended. So you can go back to being living life normally now because your money's secure already. So at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. People do a lot of crazy stuff, and the money they get from doing this crazy stuff is the same money that turn their son into a lawyer or turn their son into somebody that's highly educated that is far away from these crazy things. You know, so and sometimes somebody have to take the opportunity when it's available. Strike the iron while it's hot and all these kind of things. Get to the money. Me don't know. But me want you remember, say, some of them women here love being an ashtray for somebody. Y'all know it, ladies. All of you have probably been a yam head for some guy at some point. I know your poor husband over there can't get you to do half the things what you used to do for your boy. We turn you in an idiot. Ash him, use your mouth. Open your mouth. Can you imagine that? Your good daughter, where you raise and instill good values in, and good morals, discipline, and you look up one day, and you see a boy ash out him spliff in her mouth. Could you imagine the hurt? What your soul feels And she did it with her tongue long out to catch ashes. Could you imagine? I mean, I don't know. Just to give an insight though into how this new movement thing are going. But you know, when Budget came home, Budget said, this new music what I do called trap dancehall, it derives from trap music. And study the root of trap music. Trap music was made for niggas in a trap. The trap is a dope house. That's where we sell the drugs at, right? So inside of the trap, you have guns, you have drugs, because you have to protect your drugs. And it's nothing but dope fiends and crackheads and all that come through all day. We in the trap getting money. Bobby Schmurder, before he got locked up, he told you what happens to a female in the trap house. If a female go to the trap house, that means that she's party pack. Party pack means anybody in a trap house can flip it, smack it, rub it down, do whatever they want to do to her in there. So. But girls go to the trap house. Young girls, beautiful girls, some of them from even good homes go to the trap house because them like risky life. And girl, he's so fine. He just full of tattoos and he rough and I like that. And you know what I mean? He a straight nigga. He out here getting money and they fear him. Gone. Head sick. Head no good. Gone. But that's how it go. So it go. So when y'all go watch, what BM said, the quality have definitely depleted. Yes. So when y'all go watch the video, go watch him video, support him. When y'all go watch him video, because believe it or not, when you watch it, you support. Whether you like or hate the content, your watch is registered as a watch. You watched it. See, you gave airtime to it. So go watch and support. Go see what me I talk about. It's the talk of the town. And you have activists that are bashing this. But I'm telling you, nobody forced these girls. And I said this before, right? I said, women are doing a fine job degrading themselves. They don't need us to degrade them. So when me hear them I talk about you must respect this and you must respect that, and even if she's a hoe, she deserves respect. What makes you think I'm going to respect you if you're the kind of female who turns yourself into an ashtray, your mouth into an ashtray for a guy? What kind of respect? And then for you guys who are out there looking for a wifey or a girlfriend or a partner, you have to ask yourself, what part of her did that? And is that part still there? Because guess what? You see, if that part is still there, you will never be able to satisfy her. If you're a calm dude who you believe in working, coming home to her, pay the bills on time, you know, we go out, have fun together as a couple, but under that she believe in her. She want one of them man that will treat her rough and talk to her nasty something. You move on, go from running someone. Talk to her some kind of way and drape her up every now and then and ash out him cigarette in her mouth. And if you're not able to create that kind of excitement in her life, because that's what makes her excited, she'll either cheat on you or she'll left you. So be careful out there and know who you're getting with or who you're pursuing, because some of these females have been really abused. It's like when you see a pretty car but it have 210,000 miles on the dashboard, you have to be like, I'm gonna have to replace that whole engine soon. You know what I'm saying? One of them case there. Pretty on the outside, but you're gonna have to replace that engine soon. That part right there. And they won't come out and tell you, yeah, my last man told me not eat that, and I used to be him ashtray. Anytime I flick him cigar, I used to say, and him flick it in my mouth. So I hope you can do that too, because it turns me on. Them not gonna tell you that, because some of us would oblige. You know what I'm saying? But they're not gonna tell you that. They're just gonna be like, girl, I'm soft. I don't know. I like bad man. I like rough man. I'm soft. I'm too soft for me. The guys can tell you how many times they've heard this. You know what I'm saying? She wants to be an ashtray. Germs. Maya man, germs. Hey, call them what they like. If them like it, me love it. Call them what they like. I think I think this. Let me close this video by saying this. All this tells me is that to see my two daughters, them, I gotta really put my work in. This is not no play thing. I gotta really put my work in to make sure that I don't look up one day and see Nika or Milani up in our mouth. Man, I shot them. I shot them split fire them cigar in our mouth. So I gotta really put my work in. Fathers, man, be there for your daughters, man. Be there for your daughters, because females sometimes go looking for love and acceptance in some places, and it's simply because father figure was never there. You know what I'm saying? Or you were there, but you're molest off your own daughter, or you're traumatizing your own child. But it's important to be there as a man, a father figure, to make your daughter them know, say, yo, your daddy, we're gonna play them thing there, and we stand up in your life like statue. Yeah? So no boy can clown you like that. And you don't clown yourself like that. We're gonna leave it right there for today. Be there for your kids overall, yes. But we're talking specifically about, no, true. You're right. Be there for your kids overall, boy, girl, whatever. We're talking specifically though about this ashtray in the mouth thing. Can't turn challenge now. So run off to your Instagram and go do your challenge with your hubby, and I'll be over there to watch to see how many of you are going to be doing the challenge, the ashtray challenge. I'll put a challenge out there. Like the activist lady said, I'll put a challenge out there. Read a book. Read a Black History book. Read a Marcus Garvey book. I'm put a challenge out there for you. Link up with one of your friends them and start a business. Or start a pot where you can put money in, and when you're rich enough, start a business together. I'll put that challenge out there. Buy black for 30 days straight. I think Brains already put that challenge out there. Them challenge them I deal with. All right. Big up for yourself, people. Manners and respect, and thank you for being here. We're going to end this one this morning. Festive Monday morning. Don't turn yourself in no ashtray. Kunumunu. Like my grandmother would have said. Holy that. All right. Keep your pride and dignity about yourself. And for those of you who are going through hard times, just know that it gets greater later. Okay? Some man know I move with some suicidal tendencies, breaking under pressure and all that. I don't know what to tell you. Prayer works. Meditation works. Exercise and sunlight works. Safeguard yourself. All right? Brain says, don't just buy black on Black History Month, but all the damn time. Support a black business for 30 days straight. On the ground. All right? That's a challenge. Bless up. And I'll catch you tomorrow right here on Morning Thoughts, if God spare my life. One love. Peace. Me love my car, me love my bike, me love my money and thing. But most of all, me love my browning. Then him say, when I stop cry for all black woman. Respect all the girls them with dark complexion. I am black. I am proud. Fang about your bantan and shout it out loud.